All right, everyone. Welcome to the September 12th meeting of the NSE committee meeting. Before we begin, I want to remind committee members and members of the public to please follow our code of conduct at meetings. This includes only commenting on the specific agenda item and addressing the entire body. Public speakers will not engage in conversations with the chair, council members, or staff. All members of the committee, staff, and the public are expected to refrain from abusive language. Failure to comply with the code of conduct, which will disturb, disrupt, or impede the orderly conduct, will result in removal from the meeting. This meeting of the Neighborhood Services and Education Committee will now come to order. Can the clerk please call the roll?
Gandelas. Torres.
Present.
Duan.
Here.
Vice Chair Ortiz.
Present.
Chair Davis. She's absent. Back to the committee.
All right, thank you so much. I believe that brings us to item D1, Parks and Recreations and Neighborhood Services Grant-Making Unit Status Report. And I believe there is a presentation.
Good afternoon, committee and staff and community. My name is Andrea Flores-Shelton. I'm the Assistant Director of Parks, Recreation, Neighborhood Services, and I'm joined by Claudia Cortez, our Senior Analyst in the Grant Making for Community Impact Unit, and Petra Reguero, our Program Manager. We're very pleased this is the first time we're bringing a report to the committee about our overall grant making that we do in PRNS. And we're excited to share how we invest about $3.8 million in grant funding and with partners to community-based organizations to serve our residents through this grant-making impact. And we've also updated our name this year, and so we're very, again, pleased to join you this afternoon, and I'll turn it over to Claudia.
Thank you, Andrea. Good afternoon, Chair and Council members. The grant-making unit for community impact The Grant-Making for Community Impact Unit works to diversify the department's funding for a sustainable system. We believe our grant programs encompass our investment to community and our strong partnerships with community-based organizations who deliver services to our most vulnerable youth, families, older adults, and neighborhoods. To reach positive community outcomes, we take a two-pronged approach. Establishing and cultivating a true partner relationship where we focus on equity and access, partner support, creating an environment of feedback for learning, which leads to process improvement, and collaborating for greater impact by sharing knowledge and combining of resources. The other component is the monitoring and management of the grant agreements, which requires running an equitable and accessible application process, providing quality programs in areas of most need. Here we utilize a strategy for how we allocate resources in the most needed areas of San Jose, such as priority neighborhoods, for the Bringing Everyone's Strengths Together and SSIG grant programs. Safe Summer Initiative grant programs, and ensuring services aligned with contract deliverables and intended outcomes by way of the department's grant monitoring guidelines. Our unit manages five grant programs through which we serve participants as young as 6 years of age to older adults and neighborhood residents. Overall, we partner with over 120 organizations. Our first program is the Beautify SJ Neighborhood Grant. This program supports existing efforts led by the Beautify SJ program by funding neighborhood groups who implement neighborhood beautification projects such as tree planting and mural installations, and neighborhood engagement events such as National Night Out and neighborhood block parties. Our second program is the Bringing Everyone's Strengths Together, BEST grant. This grant program is the funding arm to the department's San Jose Youth Empowerment Alliance. Through this program, we fund agencies who provide youth violence prevention and intervention strategies under 5 different service strategy areas. The areas are youth development and leadership, place-based intervention, vocational and job training, family and neighborhood strengthening, and individual and whole family support. Our third program is the Older Adult Health and Wellness Grant, formerly known as the Senior Health and Wellness Grant Program. This program funds services that reduce social isolation and improve the health and wellness of individuals ages 50 and older. Supportive services and activities are primarily delivered at San Jose Community Centers that are Santa Clara County-sponsored senior nutrition program sites. Our fourth program, Opioid Overdose Prevention Grant. In collaboration with the City Manager's Office, we established this program to fund organizations who provide prevention services and awareness initiatives that reduce the risk of opioid overdoses and deaths. This is a newly added program to our unit for the 2024-25 program year. And our fifth program is the Safe Summer Initiative Grant. This program also supports the efforts of the San Jose Youth Empowerment Alliance by funding organizations who provide and enhance recreational or educational opportunities not normally accessible to youth during summer months. Such programs keep our most vulnerable youth safe, active, and engaged in positive activities. And now I'll pass it over to Petra.
Thanks, Claudia. Move this here. Good afternoon, Chair and Council members. So today I'll be sharing funding allocation, service implementation results, and outcomes for the program, the 4 programs you see here. The BEST, Safe Summer Older Adult Health and Wellness, and Beautify SJ, this data for allocation and then for the other implementation results like participant served and outputs. I'm sharing the data from the 22-23 grant cycle, and that's because each of these programs, the term varies. So we have start dates that are as early as April, and then our older adult closes the latest, which is in October. So 23-24, we have programs that are still wrapping up for that year. So there's a bit of a gap when we're reporting our annual data. Also, as Claudia mentioned, the opioid overdose will not be included in this report. The data will not be included as the program was newly implemented. But I will mention that we allocated $350,000 of the settlement funds, and we were able to fund 4 nonprofits for that program. So here we have a total allocation of about $3.8 million of grant funding, and that was invested and partnered with 123 nonprofit partners and neighborhood groups. You can see that BEST is our largest grant program with an allocation of about $2.5 million. And we funded 14 partners for that program. You can also find the number of partners in attachment A of the memo. And we awarded 27 nonprofit agencies for a total of $429,638,000 for our Safe Summer Initiative grant. $526,434,000 to 9 older adult and health and wellness agencies. And our smallest grant program, Beautify SJ, we awarded a total of $283,000 to 73 neighborhood groups, emerging groups, and that includes Project Hope sites. We are hoping to secure more grant funds for the Beautify SJ for this upcoming budget cycle for 25-26. Currently, we added a few neighborhood groups for the current year, 76, but we'd like to have a more robust outreach effort for that program, and we want to be prepared to fund additional groups, including more emerging and Project Hope sites. So for the 4 grant programs, our partners served a total of 12,431 participants and volunteers. I'd like to take the time to acknowledge and thank all of our nonprofit partners, neighborhood groups, and volunteers for their dedication and commitment to the communities, neighborhoods, and families they serve. This is a collaborative effort with PRNS and our partners, but our partners do go above and beyond, exceeding their targets while also meeting evaluation and reporting requirements. So as you saw in the funding allocation slide, the BEST is the largest grant program and Beautify the smallest, but in looking at the number of participants here, and also you'll see in the next slide with service outputs, the funding levels are really not proportionate, and so I'll get into a little bit about why that is. So the different grant programs may vary in terms, so you have like Safe Summer is a 3-month grant program, whereas BEST is an entire year. Also, the type of service and the event of service differs. The level of intensity also differs across the grant programs. So for program outputs or hours of service provided, there was a total of 388,649 hours that our partners poured into the community. And as I mentioned, activities vary across the grant programs. So for example, Safe Summer, you could have 20 participants attending a group with maybe 2 facilitators, which is probably a lighter touch, less intensive service for more at-risk youth. Or on the other hand, you have BEST, an agency may provide, or a case manager may provide 1 hour to 1 participant, which is more an intensive service to a more higher risk youth. So each hour counted across the 3 grant programs, which is BEST, SSIG, and older adult, they may have a different level of intensity, and really that is about the type of service that is offered. Also, the more intensive service is going to be more costly, which is you're going to find primarily in BEST grant program. And then Beautify SJ captures volunteer hours and not the same, we don't count it the same way as the other grant programs. So with the service implementation results, the participants served, and the hours of services provided, here are some of the program outcomes. So Beautify SJ conducted 117 beautification projects, like dumpster days, gardening projects, like tree planting, public art, like murals, and 452 neighborhood engagement events, like National Night Out, cultural events, neighborhood block parties. But to better track our effort and impact with Beautify SJ, we're currently mapping the projects and the engagement events as an overlay of our neighborhood association map. And this is going to help us to better understand where our resources are currently going, and then where are our gaps, or where do we need to do more outreach. For the best outcomes, we capture these by administering a participant survey, and participants reported that 88% felt that they had developed a relationship with the caring adult. 87% reported confidence in their ability to resolve challenges or problems in their life. For BEST, a good chunk of our participants are served on a school campus or in a priority neighborhood. And so our partners are meeting kids where they're at and connecting them to school staff, case managers, and mentors. And you'll see, I don't know if you can tell in the background here, but this is a photo of a cooking camp offered by Tenacious Group at Yerba Buena High School. It's a little blurry. And the background here is some of our participants at Senior Nutrition enjoying their lunch. So for both older adult health and wellness and SSIG, outcomes are also captured by using a participant survey. And 97% seniors reported they feel an overall improved sense of health and wellness. 97% of participants reported increased knowledge in accessing supportive services like legal aid resources, how to lead a healthy lifestyle, and use of technology. The focus with older adult has been serving specific senior centers with the greatest economic and social need, such as Alma, Gardner, Mayfair, Roosevelt, and Seven Trees senior centers. And the agencies are primarily offering supportive and age-friendly services, which includes one-on-one case management and activities they enjoy, like bingo and ballroom dancing. They say the Safe Summer Grant offers more recreation and enrichment activities to keep youth safe and engaged during the summer months, as Claudia mentioned earlier. 95% of youth surveyed reported feeling safe in their program. 92% of youth surveyed learned about other resources, and 94% of participants surveyed felt connected to a caring adult. I'll now hand it back to Claudia, who will share some of the priorities that we are focusing on over this next year.
Thank you, Petra. Okay, so as we look forward, our focus will remain in those areas with the most need. By utilizing a racial equity lens during our community input sessions with our partners and stakeholders and being data-driven, we aim to ensure underprivileged populations have access to resources and opportunities. We have implemented a strategy through which we aim to execute grant agreements prior to the start of services. We've created an internal training and tracking tool and are increasing our lead time by releasing funding opportunities earlier, giving us a maximum of 6 months to draft, route, and execute, thus minimizing retroactivity, allowing for on-time compensation of our partners. For example, for Beautify SJ, that will be on target to execute MOUs in April so that funding is in hand for key events and projects such as National Night Out. We will continue to increase opportunities for smaller community-led organizations with staff who have lived experience to build stronger infrastructures, and we will continue supporting our community-based organizations by investing in community of learning. These are workshops through which we share best practices, participate in trainings for better outcomes, and strengthen collaboration amongst the grantees, helping us accomplish our vision of that one-team approach. This concludes our presentation, and we'll now take your questions.
Thank you so much for that presentation. We will now open it up for council colleagues to ask questions or comments. And oh, I'm sorry. Let's open it up for public comment.
We have no public comment.
All right then. Now, Councilmember Torres.
Great, thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much for the presentation. We know that the programs offered are very, very important to our community, right? Especially our at-risk youth in our city of San Jose, which, by the way, I was, from an at-risk area, so, I continue to always say it here on the dais. I come from the Washington neighborhood, which has historically been a under-resourced neighborhood and continues to be an opportunity neighborhood. It was called Hotspot when we were growing up. But not anymore, which is actually a good thing, actually. I do have a few questions, actually. When it comes to Beautify SJ, only neighborhood associations and community groups can apply for Beautify SJ grants, right? Because I know there's tiers and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, so neighborhood associations, we also have emerging groups, so they may not be a formal established association.
Oh, good.
They're able to also apply. We have district leadership groups and also community partner groups.
Oh, good.
So,
How about, I don't know why my mic just got super loud, but how about like tenants associations or residents associations, those?
yeah, property owner and tenant associations are also eligible to apply.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that our property owners are able to get grants for whatever they want to do, but I'm glad that tenant associations are on there. I do have a couple of follow-ups. So when I was working for Strong Neighborhoods Initiative, and we know that folks get burnt out or move away, especially as San Jose continues to change or get more expensive and folks are displaced. When I was in Strong Neighborhoods, I clearly remember working with neighborhood associations that had high turnover, and it was hard for them to get, I forgot what it was called back then, the CAP grant. Yeah, Community Action Pride Grant. Oh, good one, Andrea. Good memory. The Community Action Pride Grant. So do we work with neighborhood associations when, like, let's say the president or the treasurer moved away or burnt out and stopped, responding or ghosting city staff or folks who work with that or volunteer for that neighborhood association or group?
For the grant program, we don't work specifically with the group to build strength and find other leaders, but we do have a program, Project Hope. We also have a neighborhood engagement team. I don't know if you want to speak to.
Yeah, so again, with Project Hope, right, there's specifically 9 neighborhoods in which we work with, and we do find that there is quite a bit of turnover in some of those neighborhoods, and so, a part of the building capacity is finding those next leaders that can support. And through the council's action towards the end of last fiscal year, where you all provided us with a program manager to kick off the new neighborhood association engagement model,
Right.
I think we'll be more in tune with those neighborhood associations that may need capacity building and may need some more backbone support. But as it relates to the grant program, I think we've done a really good job in the last couple of years in terms of making sure that Project Hope is very aware of the status of our BSJ grantees, those that might need a little bit more support getting in the applications. And I think we've done a lot of work also in retooling the application process to reduce barriers for folks that may have digital access issues. We're very open to turning things in through paper process. So we're trying, again, to not just meet our kids where they're at, but also our neighborhood leaders.
Great. Thank you, Andre. And we're still utilizing the United Neighborhoods of Santa Clara County as the facilitator of the Beautify SJ?
Yes, as a fiscal agent.
And fiscal agent. Okay,
yes,
good.
and they also do some capacity building when they can and supporting the groups when there's turnover. So there's that a support as well.
Great. And now I'm bouncing over to the Safe Summer Initiative and BEST. So my question is, how do we offer workshops or classes to, speaking about new and emerging nonprofits in our county? I know we've historically had probably, the same nonprofits who have applied for BEST or Safe Summer Initiative monies, and that's great. But I'm always someone that believes that other folks should have a seat at the table. Do we have workshops or classes when these grants are announced for folks to come in and maybe learn more about these grant opportunities?
Yeah, so as part of the application, we do pre-proposal conferences, and we give background on the program, we go over the requirements and the application submission process. We also do a demo for the web grants, the database that they're going to submit it through. So that's on that side for the grant application. But throughout the year, we are meeting with new nonprofits through the technical team of the Alliance. And we're also meeting with new groups that come through policy. And so there's a lot of different avenues where we're hoping to engage newer, smaller community-based agencies. We also have an ongoing collaborative with the Silicon Valley Council of Nonprofits.
That was my
and
next
so we're
question.
getting a lot of input from them on how to better engage some of the smaller agencies. And so we're looking at how do we change our application process, our grant management, to make sure that we're not leaving anybody behind.
Great. No, that's great. That was actually my second question about this Silicon Valley Council of Nonprofits. And I asked this question again because I know that historically our nonprofits who have always applied for BEST and SAFE do great work. But I do know that we have new emerging leaders or nonprofits, and I'm going to call one out, like Concrete Rose, who wants to do a little bit more programming than just their usual events, right? They host events for at-risk kids, but there's no programming component to it. And the young executive director of Concrete Rose, who has amazing lived experience, right? She wants to go back. She wants to start doing programming. And so I think when I see and I hear what Safe Summer is doing and BEST, this is a good way to point her into that direction. So, but with that, thank you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We're
Yeah.
happy to meet with if you have
Yeah.
other smaller agencies that want more information on how to apply, background, please connect them to us. We're happy to sit down with them.
Definitely, yeah.
And I
think
would just-
me and Peter have a good relationship with the executive director of Concrete Rose.
And I
so-
would just add, BEST is a big lift, but Safe Summer Initiative is a nice kind of entry
Yeah.
point so that folks can kind of learn the reporting process. Because again, we're still giving out city funds with a high level of reporting standards and compliance that
Yeah.
can be very challenging. So again, it's a great way to kind of learn and get some experience before getting into the larger grant program.
Great. Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you all for your work and for your answers. And with that, I move to approve. What is it? Item D1? I'm sorry. What is the item number?
D1.
D1. Move to approve item D1. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Torres. Councilmember Candelas?
Thank you, Chairman. I wanted to thank staff for their presentation. I appreciate the service to our residents, especially with trying to essentially create stronger neighborhoods throughout the city of San Jose. And I'm glad Councilmember Torres brought this up because earlier this year, I know I was put on a couple email strings with some neighbors because they felt as though the process or the bureaucracy for getting some of these Beautify funds was cumbersome and, in fact, not nimble. And so maybe can you speak a little to some of the retooling that we're doing that you mentioned or that Andrea mentioned, sorry.
Yeah, so one of the biggest ones that we did for the cycle 6, which created delays in the MOU development, was we have moved the application process from an annual request for proposal to a request for qualification. So that and it's a 3-year qualification period. So in years 2 and 3, which is cycle 7 and 8, the 2 years coming up, you won't have to submit an application through web grants. It's just a simple, very simplified process. You submit like a form, and then we evaluate that with the rest of them. So that was one big one, and we're hoping that that alleviates a lot of the work from the leaders and the volunteers for years 2 and 3. Some of the other things that we did is we removed some of the required documentation for the application process. Like previously, we required them to submit bylaws, submit your match. Now, you're not required to submit any of that as part of the application. We will work with you on that when we go into the MOU process, if you're awarded. So we've eliminated that. We also implemented a debit card for those groups that either choose not to use a bank account or are unable to open a bank account. We've added a debit card option. So a combination of those things created, unfortunately, some unexpected delays with the application, but we're hoping in cycle 7 that it'll be a lot smoother, yeah.
Okay, great, because that's exactly what I'm looking for as well. And, you know, I knew it was bad when I started getting emails from leaders in other districts. I'm like, oh, I have the same issue. And so, you know, there's some of our community leaders who I deeply respect and admire who CC the entire council on some of these things. And so I appreciate our effort to try to, you know, get dollars out efficiently and with accountability. Don't get me wrong, absolutely. But I think for some of these neighborhood associations who've been doing this for, you know, a decade plus, you know, or sometimes longer, you know, when we've had money, it kind of makes sense to try to keep them incentivized to be able to participate rather than create some hurdles just for the sake of bureaucracy, because, not that you guys do that, but because that's how it feels, that's what they tell us, that's what it feels like. And you know, a lot of these leaders have been in that position of leadership for such a long time that they're getting to the point where, like, council member, we know, you know, the staff, they know us, they know what we're going to do because we've done this every year for the last decade. And so as long as we stick to that, and if there's ever any issues that you feel like, hey, this is probably going to be a problem, the proactive communication to our office so we anticipate it and I don't get blown up by, you know, multiple leaders and my staff saying, hey, this is an issue that we're hearing, would also be informative for me.
We also have a better community. I would say we strengthen our communication plan, not only with our grantees, our neighborhood groups, but also with our management, with our council members. And so we're hoping if there are any changes, we are communicating that, over-communicating what is happening, status, timeline, things like that.
And that's happening now? Or is that going to happen?
That's
Yes.
happening now.
Okay.
Yes.
And where you can help us, though, is when they have the pre-proposal workshop. I would say a lot of our longtime leaders, oh, I've done this, I know what this is. Things change. We really need to engage them so that they're hearing up front, you know, oh, we just changed this little thing, or we're making it easier. So we have longtime grantees, which is great, but we still need to engage them in sort of the education process early on so we can prevent some of those, you know, snafus on both ends later on, and build that relationship. The analysts have changed over time too, so we want to build that relationship with the grantees all along the way.
Totally, no, and it's justified, obviously, you know, making sure that we are improving processes, and, you know, sometimes change for people who have been doing this a long time isn't very easy to do. Okay, and then on the second front is, I've also heard that essentially the way our process is, it essentially disincentivizes or incentivizes like one or two big events rather than, you know, multiple like smaller scale kind of things associated with like smaller cleanups that, aren't to scale as like a big dumpster day where we get like 10 dumpsters or 20 dumpsters. Can you speak to that? Is there any fact to that? Or that's one of the concerns that I've heard from my neighbors, saying the way the process has been set up, it's essentially the staff, she feels, or they feel like there's the staff wants us to do 1 or 2 big events where the majority of that funding is going to go to, rather than these smaller scale cleanups that may be a little bit better for community building, rather than the 1 or 2 big events. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, that's not outlined in the application process. We offer a number of different categories that they can apply for, and they can then determine what they want to include in their application. So we don't encourage a certain type of activity in their proposal. We basically say these are the categories you can apply for. You decide as a group what you like to include in your application.
Oh, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's basically on the applicant to be able to dictate exactly what it is they want to do, even if it's 5 or 6 type
Yes.
of smaller scale events.
Up to $5,000, yes.
Up to $5,000,
Yep.
right? So you can do 10 events, of what, $50, right?
Some people
I think
don't do
that's-
any events, right? They're
Yeah.
just supporting their like monthly neighborhood association meetings, or not any events, but like it's the litter pickup. Like there's like ongoing ones. So it would be interesting to find out this perspective as to where they think that incentive is,
Okay.
so that we can understand it better.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
thank you. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll take that conversation
Yeah,
offline,
offline.
and then we can troubleshoot that. But no, I'm happy to hear your response on, no, it's dictated in the application, so we actually can if we anticipate that. But I guess that's where the pre-workshops would come in handy. So anyways, appreciate the report, and keep up the great work.
Thank you, Councilmember Candelas. I also just want to thank PRNS for this report and the ongoing work of the grant-making unit in empowering community-based organizations to make a difference in their neighborhoods, especially those that most need it. I also just want to congratulate Andrea Flores-Shelton for her new position. It's very well-deserved. In particularly, I strongly believe that the personal touch and holistic approach of the intervention program supported by the BEST and the Safe Summer Initiative are one of our best tools in breaking cycles of violence in historically neglected neighborhoods in our city. I also just wanted to touch on a couple aspects from the ongoing work you highlighted to support nonprofit partners. And my first question is kind of in line with both Councilmember Torres and Councilmember Candelas in regards to the more smaller based organizations. On page 7 of the memo, you write that one of the ongoing goals of the grant-making team is to increase opportunities for smaller, community-led organizations with staff who have lived experiences to build stronger infrastructure. I wanted to know if you could elaborate more on what this capacity building strategy looks like.
We have a community of learning program that we were able to implement with some opioid overdose funds, and we were able to offer that to some of our opioid overdose grant program grantees and BEST grantees. And it's really a capacity building, sharing lessons learned, best practices around evidence-informed, trauma-informed program. And so this, last year we offered a couple of sessions, and then this year we're offering more. I think Claudia has a list of those actual trainings.
Yes, this last program year we did offer, we held a film screening of the new Drug Talk, and it was in collaboration with the Youth Empowerment Alliance and their participants, their members. The screening, along with a panel discussion, followed by a panel discussion in partnership with SCOOP as well. This is the county's opioid overdose prevention project. And so they came out, they were part of our panel, and also did some Narcan distribution and training. So that was one of our topics. The other topics are financial literacy, where we partner with a financial firm to bring some information to our grantees who can then share out to their participants. We have topics such as social media impact, newcomers, which is something that we've been hearing often, and so our partners wanting to understand what does that look like, and them also sharing with each other their experiences with serving this population. and mental health as well was one of those topics. Topics were not selected by the staff on the team here, but rather we surveyed the grantees during one of our first workshops, and they were the ones who suggested these are the topics where we want to collaborate and get more information on.
That's great. Thank you for that. Do you know, I guess, how an organization would learn about these trainings? How would they get on the list for the emails, or how can somebody be involved?
Currently, it's offered to funded agencies.
Oh, so
yeah,
only funded
we have
agencies.
very limited resources to offer
see.
this. In previous years, we have done more work around building your program design, your evaluation plan, your cost evaluation plan. This year, we're very focused on trainings, but it's something we've discussed as incubator program, maybe looking at smaller groups that are not funded currently. We just haven't had the resources to do it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about, what if, like Councilmember Torres mentioned, what if Concrete Rose Coalition wants to, figure out how to become a best, funded or agency, or what they need to do to meet the criteria for that, or, as Councilmember Candelas mentioned, many people are still confused about what the process is, and they feel like, that, I don't know, whether it's unfair or whatever, how exactly it's done. I think some of these organizations may need assistance in that aspect of capacity building. So I understand there's no funds for it, but maybe in the future we could identify ways in which those who would like to get funding can meet the criteria to get that funding.
I think the best way is, and we've created a, what I think again is sort of a low barrier way to join the best, or the Youth Empowerment Alliance technical team, right? Coming to that is a way to network, meet the team, and it's a great entry point. So if there's, if you'd like to turn us on to people, we can get the MOU started with them. I also just want to reflect on, we had a lot of emerging small CBOs come up through the COVID experience, right? Whether it's through food distribution, and that was a very different contracting process, very, fast. If you're, we had this urgency, and we're now, we're back to a much more, rigorous process, and trying to get those groups that we're thrilled have gone from sort of food distribution and now want to move into more in some of these grant programs. We are seeing that we need to work more closely with them to help them understand this is a different, more rigorous process, and what is it going to take for them to build their infrastructure to meet the needs of the city. And again, we're not just talking about outcomes, right? It's audits and all these other things that are very important with public funds. So we have these challenges, but I think we're absolutely ready to work with people. The community of learning is different because we need to pay them for their time, right? So that's why there's a funding challenge. But in terms of just meeting with the analysts and the grant making team, I think we can make that happen for some of these organizations that you're speaking of.
And as we speak about the BEST grant program specifically, that is a triennial period. We are in year 2 of that period, and so right now would be perfect time to meet with any folks or organizations who want to be part or maybe submit an application when the next cycle opens in 2026. And so once we are in the RFQ process, we wouldn't be able to host those conversations with them, right? Due to conflict of interest. But now would be perfect time to have those conversations and encourage them to learn more about that grant program.
That's great. No, thank you for, were you going to say something?
I was just going to add, we worked with our communications team. We have a website, and so we have all of our information on our website that we're happy to share.
No, that'll be great. I'll be sure to share it out to my contacts. Thank you. And as you mentioned, the community learning program to support the institutional knowledge of the community-based organizations, really excited about that. Do we have an idea of the timeline for that and when it'll roll out?
We have rolled it out in 23-24, and we'll continue in 24-25 with a limited of training and workshops, which is what Claudia just mentioned. We hope to incorporate, like I mentioned, more of looking at your logic model, theory of change, and strengthening their existing design. And so as you get funded through BEST, you walk away as a stronger agency, which strengthens the overall collaborative.
No, that's great. Let me elaborate. Like, when are, like, I guess, is there going to be a course? Is there going to be a workshop coming up or something like that? When would that start?
We do have a workshop coming up in October 22nd, I believe is
Okay,
the
that's good
date.
for us to know.
But there's our fourth workshop will be in
The fourth,
October.
okay, so it's already in motion right now. Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and let's go to vote. Oh, sorry about that. Councilmember Bienduan.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you for the great work and the report. Is there a grant that help elderly moving from one place to another? A lot of elderly they're disabled in a wheelchair, where it's difficult for them to go to community events or outing, if you will. Is there a particular grants that we can look at regarding the mobility?
We do have the older adult health and wellness grant program that we have funded agencies to do supportive services, which could include housing, transportation. We would have to know like what location you're looking at. It's funded at specific sites in San Jose. Yes,
I
we
was
do have
just
that
thinking-
available.
Yeah, I was thinking, is that available towards, right there by Tully Library or for the Vivo, in a sense?
I can go back and look at our service matrix and follow up with that information for you.
Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Oh, thank you for your question, Councilmember. Let's go to vote. All right, thank you. Let's actually go back up to item B1, review of the work plan. Items recommended to be added, dropped, or deferred are usually approved under review of the work plan unless the committee directs otherwise. For this item, it looks like we will be deferring the Senior Commission and Parks and Recreation Commission work plan. Does staff have any comments on this, or? Okay, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, thank you for the motion and second. Public comment?
We have no public comment.
All right, thank you. Let's go for the vote. All right, thank you, colleagues. Let's now go to item 2, D2, Youth Commission's work plan. I believe we have a presentation.
Good afternoon, council members. I just want to introduce you to our 2024-2025 Youth Commission, who will be presenting their work plan report.
Good afternoon, Chair, council members, and city staff. My name is Nolan Mascarenas. This is my second year representing District 10, and I have the pleasure of serving as chair on the San Jose Youth Commission. Developed over 50 years ago, the Youth Commission is the official advisory group to the mayor and city council, which empowers and encourages you to be civically engaged through local and citywide events and initiatives. The Youth Commission represents approximately 248,000 youth from age 14 to 20 in San Jose. It promotes available resources and opportunities, provides equitable access and support to marginalized youth communities, and develops policy recommendations concerning youth. The Library Department, namely the Teenage Q Unit, assumed leadership and management of the San Jose Youth Commission in 2021, aligning with the city's education strategy. The Youth Commission leads on the values of responsibility, teamwork, empathy, inclusivity, empowerment, and integrity. The Youth Commission is comprised of 11 commissioners, one from each city council district and one citywide commissioner. We work alongside other volunteer youth in their district youth advisory councils, also known as YACs, to develop policy proposals, host events, and create initiatives to relay youth priorities and movements to local public officials.
Good afternoon, Chair and Council members. My name is Neha Pradeep Kumar, and this is my second year representing District 2 on the San Jose Youth Commission. The Youth Commission outlined a work plan for the fiscal year 2024 to 2025, using the revived municipal code function, powers, and duty as a framework to empower San Jose youth to have our voices make an impact through advisory comments and recommendation on youth priorities. Through youth-focused outreach and our lived experiences, the Commission identified priorities such as exploring topics of safety and support services for all, as well as safe and inclusive opportunities for young people to act on environmental change. The work plan consists of 4 objectives, each with specific actions. The first objective is to explore and understand gender-based violence resources and services. The Commission plans to collaborate with local organizations and city departments to conduct research and support a youth-driven awareness campaign around issues such as sexual harassment, assault and domestic violence, and healthy relationships, with the aim of understanding available resources better and addressing youth concerns.
The second objective is to foster environmental literacy and youth stewardship to create a more sustainable San Jose. Collaborating with local organizations and city departments, the Commission aims to empower youth through an awareness campaign highlighting the effects of environmental concerns like invasive plants, microplastics, recycling, and compost. We are also partnering with Beautify SJ and the Youth Empowerment Alliance to participate and promote activities like litter cleanups and tree planting events. Moreover, we're engaging school clubs to foster the growth and upkeep of school and community gardens.
Good afternoon, Chair and Council members. My name is Andrew Liu, and this is my 3rd year representing District 5 on the San Jose Youth Commission. I also have the pleasure of serving as the Vice Chair this year of the San Jose Youth Commission. The third objective is to evaluate and study college and career pathway and literacy opportunities in San Jose. To achieve this, the Commission will receive reports on college and career pathway program and initiatives such as the Resiliency Core Learning Pathway, San Jose Works Youth Job Initiative, and teen programming.
Good afternoon, Chair and Council members. My name is Marian Kuchereski, and this is my first year as citywide council member on the San Jose Youth Commission. The fourth objective is to establish and implement the San Jose Youth Commission Innovation Committee. The Commission plans to establish a committee structure and develop a comprehensive engagement strategy to define membership and schedule, identify presentation format, plan outreach to schools and city departments, and form partnerships with external stakeholders.
For the next steps, the Commission will establish and implement a Youth Commission Innovation Ad Hoc. By winter 2025, the Commission will host a youth-led budget priorities summit. Also by winter 2025, the Commission will collaborate with local agencies to raise awareness about microplastics. By spring 2025, the Commission will host a resource fair/workshop featuring community partners and organizations. Finally, the Youth Commission will present the annual Youth Commission report to NSC in spring 2025. Thank you for listening, and we will now take questions.
All right, thank you so much for your presentation. I want to open it up for any potential public comment.
No public comment.
All right, thank you so much. We will begin. Looks like everybody got their hands up. We will start with Councilmember Torres.
I'm beating everyone today.
He was fast. He was fast.
Because you know the vice chair is running the chair today,
Yeah.
the meeting today, so that's why. Anyways, hello everyone. Thanks again for all the work that you do. I think it's commendable and it's very important for our youth to have a seat at the table. And I actually don't have any questions today. You're all doing an outstanding job, and remember, just continue to reach out to us if you need support. We're always here to support our youth. Many of us started off as youth organizers or youth leaders in our neighborhood, and so now we're here. So I'm sure you're gonna replace us one day. So, but with that, I just want to let folks know that for me, it's really important for for youth living in under-resourced neighborhoods to have a say and also be involved. And so I recently appointed Edwin Sanchez to the Youth Commission, and he almost lives on the street that I lived on for 25 years. We both grew up in the same neighborhood, and so for me, it's about paying it forward. And Edwin Sanchez has been doing an amazing job creating community building campaigns in the Washington area, whether it's cleaning up graffiti or picking up litter or organizing our neighborhood association, right, the Guadalupe Washington Neighborhood Association. And so that's why I think it's really important to give our youth a voice. And so I'm so glad that you're all going to be working with Edwin. He's an amazing kid and an amazing leader, just like you all are. And so I know you're all going to do great things for our city in the next couple of years. So again, thank you so much for all your work. Oh, move to approve item D.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. And thank you, Omar, for not drilling them. We appreciate that. Now, Councilmember Bienduan.
Thank you, Chair. I am just extremely proud of the work that you've done, especially being the leadership for our youth to have a voice right here on the council. For example, Megan Leung was very thoughtful, and she wanted to attack what you call human trafficking. By doing so, I ended up put a BD, budget document. We end up with $25,000 towards that effort. And just recently, we save 4 female from human trafficking. And so what's that telling me is that you guys put a lot of thoughts, a lot of effort into helping us to change the policy. So every single effort counts, and you never know where that effort will go. It could go even further than the city, it could go to county, state, even federal level. And continue with the good work, and thank you for being the leadership for the youth.
Thank you, Councilmember Dewan, for your comments. Councilmember Candelas?
Thank you, Chair. No, first of all, thank you for the presentation. I too wanted to sing your kudos. I also appreciate the fact that you guys are going to do a youth-led budget priority summit. Hopefully, look forward to receiving what priorities you all have. Definitely interested to see. Maybe somebody on the, I have a hard-hitting question. How does our youth commission engage with different YCCs? For example, in my office, I actually stood up a youth advisory council comprised of different high school students or even college students throughout my district, whether you go to Evergreen High School, Silver Creek, or Overfelt, or any of the charters. You're more than welcome. So how do you all integrate? And I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Really quick, Councilmember. Hi, my name is Megan Malloy. I'm the Senior Librarian of Youth Services in the Youth Commission, and I'm here with Emily Terada, who's our newly appointed librarian who is working with the Youth Commission this year. So I'll answer that, and then I will let them chime in. So I thank you so much for incorporating the YCC into your district office. Aldo has talked about it extensively, especially his work over the summer. All of our youth commissioners host youth advisory councils, or YACs. I know, I believe Councilmember Torres was a part of a YAC in his youth, so he's a little bit familiar with that. But it's all peer-led and peer-recruited, and they set sort of like a work plan and agenda for all of the teen volunteers that they gather from their districts or that attend school in their districts. And from there, they're the ones that lead and host the community events. YACs come in all different sizes based upon just how much involvement they can get from, if you have a district with only 1 high school versus a district with like 3 or 4. So it varies. I know that we have 3 returning commissioners up here and then 1 newer commissioner who is in the process of sort of building her YAC from the ground up. But they all have very involved YACs that they've been working with last year. In particular, Nolan, would you like to talk a little bit about your YAC?
Yes, and so last year I led a YAC of around 25 members from Branham High School, Pioneer High School, and Santa Teresa High School. And so we adopted a park in our local community, Almaden Lake Park, and so we've done monthly cleanups there. We also partnered with neighborhood associations, and we hosted the city council debates for our district between candidate Batra and candidate Casey. We also did the county supervisor debates for those candidates, and so we like to integrate ourselves with the neighborhood associations and help out with our local community, also get involved in some grassroots, just park cleanups every month. And we also do the youth commission events like the budget summit. And so we try to get as involved with the local community as possible and also try to influence as much policy. We do policy research as well. And so we really just try to engage youth in the process of learning about city government, city property, and city services, and how they can contribute and shape what those look like.
Oh, wonderful. No, that's fantastic. I knew it was hard hitting, right? No, I'm kidding. But no, you all do such a good job, and you volunteer a lot of your time, and I mean, you're all in high school, and so I know when I was in high school, I was just focused on playing basketball, and you all have a million different things. So I commend you for that, and no, keep up the great work. I look forward to supporting you in whatever way you need. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Candelas. I just want to say a few words. I want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to each and every one of you on the Youth Commission for the work that you've done and you continue to do as official members of our Youth Advisory Group to the City Council. I just also want to thank our library department and our many librarians for your hard work and dedication to the cultivation of our future leaders of the city. Especially want to elevate Andrew, who's my youth commissioner, like as he mentioned, for 3 years, and looking forward to him continuing to blossom, and who knows, maybe sitting in this seat one day. So we'll be following your career. But as youth commissioners, your voice are crucial in really shaping our policies and programs that not only impact your generation, but really the entire city of San Jose. And I've read some of the topics you're discussing, understanding gender-based violence, raising awareness about sexual harassment, domestic violence, how to have a healthy relationship. All of that is extremely important as young adults, as you're blossoming into the future leaders that you are, and you're facing those tough discussions head on. And so I really want to give you props, because there's people our age who still don't want to talk about those very important topics. I just want to say, of course, my office is here to support. I know that our district also has a YAC, and I've met with them a few times, but really if there's anything that District 5 can do for the future youth of the future leaders of our city, I'm happy to do that. And I also want to elevate your work around studying and evaluating college and career pathways, literacy opportunities, as well as career pathways like the resilience course learning pathway. All that's extremely important. You guys, it's not just about determining what college you want to go to, but it's also the career you want to go to and what type of job you want to go to after whatever curricular activity you do after high school. But just want to congratulate you. I see you really as important voices in the decisions we make, and thank you for your leadership. Thank you so much. All right, shall we go for the vote? Yes. All right, thank you so much. And so that brings us, thank you to our youth commissioners. Make sure you get back to school. And then let's do open forum.
We have no public comment.
Oh, no public comment. All right, well, thank you all, and that means adjournment.